All right, addicts, this is DJ REM, and I have the band Bionic Jive on the line. How you doing, my friend?
What's up? How you doing? This is Akko Mac in the building.
Very cool. So why don't you start by introducing yourself and the other members of the band that are not with us tonight, if you would?
Yeah, my name is Akko Mac. I'm one of the lead vocalists. We have Emerge McVeigh. He's the second lead vocalist. We have the drummer, Raimundo, our bass player, Richard Gardner, a.k.a. Cunny. And we have our guitar player, who's been a new addition to Bionic Jive. He goes by the name Ray Sweet. And another addition by the name of James Chris Brown. We call him Krill. He's also on guitar as well.
Very cool. And can you, because I think I'm introducing you to a bunch of new fans tonight, and I actually just got done playing I Shot Lucifer, because that's one of my favorite tracks. And look, can you tell everybody how long Bionic Jive has been around?
Probably I'd say about 18 years now. We're about 18 years in the game. Started back in, well, as far as working together, we're about 18 years, but as far as Bionic, we started back in 2000, which is when we first got our deal with Interscope. Yeah, so about right around 2000. So
what happened back then to get you guys all together? I mean, what was the spark that got the band started?
Actually, I was recording a solo album at the time, and Bionic Jive was a whole different genre of music back then. It was more kind of like funk or whatever. And, the guitar player at the time was named Larry Elliott, and he had a studio, Mind's Eye, and I was going in there to record my solo album. And I kind of heard the guys messing around, and I said, hey, you know what? Let's just give it a try and see what happens. And, he didn't take me serious at first, but maybe about a week or two after convincing, we set up a studio session, and we just kind of vibed out. And that first day was just amazing, you know what I mean? And we decided to form the band Bionic Jive on a whole new level. And that's what happened. And next thing you know, we're signing to Interscope Records and doing our first major tour with Eminem.
So tell me, how cool was that?
Yeah, it was a great experience, man. I mean, 18,000 people a night across the U.S., man. It was crazy. It's an unforgettable experience, indeed. So yeah, we had a real good time.
That's very cool. I have to tell you, I was introduced to you guys a long time ago when Armageddon Through Your Speakers album came out, and ever since then, I've been hooked. I mean, I still listen to you guys, and like I mentioned to you the other day when I talked to you, I was talking to somebody about metal rap and stuff, and you guys popped back in my brain, so I checked you out, and there you were on Facebook, and here we are talking, so I'm very stoked, man.
It's a little hiatus for a minute, but, we've been pretty active now. We're back on the scene doing a lot of shows and getting ready to put out some new music for everybody to check out. Some people missed our sophomore album, which is Passion Over Politics. They don't even know that album exists.
I have it.
Yeah, a lot of people missed that one, but, we're getting ready to drop some more new music for you guys, so we're going to be here a minute.
That's cool, man. So what's going on with you guys right now? Do you got any specifics you want to share?
Currently right now, possibly in starting a Southwest tour. Looking to jump off around October 31st. Places like San Antonio, Albuquerque, Nevada, California. Maybe a few more additional places that are going to be added onto the tour, but pretty around the Southwest area is where we're going to start.
You need to come to Michigan, man. You got to.
No doubt. We definitely got to make our way, Southwest, Midwest, all the way back east, and let everybody know we're still here. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I tell you, make it to Michigan, I will come find you, and I will come to your show.
No doubt.
So, okay, so I guess I have a question for you. What got you into music and all this? What kind of influences have you had in your life? Growing up, and even to now that make you want to keep doing this.
I mean, I come from a predominantly hip hop background. You know what I mean? So that's where I started. That's my first love. It's always going to be my first love of music. You know what I mean? coming up during the era where it was, you know, Public Enemy and Redman and Big Daddy Kane. All these guys were all my influences as a young guy coming up. Run DMC, all these guys, you know what I mean? So, I mean, when I first heard hip hop, I was hooked. You know, that was it. I was done. I started writing at about 13, 14 years old. I started writing, and I haven't stopped ever since. It's just a bug, man. I can't get rid of it. I just can't let it go. So, you know, during these changes in music, I can say Bionic has definitely elevated me as an artist. You know, I started experimenting with different styles and different patterns in hip hop. So it's kind of fine tuned me as a hip hop artist even more so.
Yeah, very cool, man. So, has this been a tough thing to keep going for you? I mean, have you guys had to make a lot of personal sacrifices to keep doing this?
Oh yeah, you know, the sacrifices are always there, and even transitions of band members. You know what I mean? Some people make their changes in their lives and they want to go on and do other things, and so you have to adjust and got to sit back maybe a year or two and wait till the formula is right again, and then try it again. Because I mean, there's plenty of musicians that you can always incorporate, but doesn't mean that they're the right person to be in the band and ride out with longevity with you. So it's just a formula to it, definitely. You know, not just music, but as people, you know, we have to mesh and get along. You know what I mean? Because really, that's what they say, right? A band's a dysfunctional family. So we're just trying to keep it to a point where it's not that dysfunctional.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, when you can find a group of guys that can stick together for a long period of time, that's definitely an accomplishment, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So, how did you guys come up with the name for the band? How did you come up with Bionic Jive?
Well, that's probably a question Richard could answer there, but because, like I said, Bionic was Bionic Jive before I even entered to the band. So where they came up with that, I really don't know. That's kind of a question for Richard. Unfortunately, he's not here to answer that, but I mean, I don't know. I like the name. It's always stuck with me. I've liked it ever since I first heard it, so I was like, why change it?
Yeah, it's badass. I mean, I heard the name and then I heard the music and I was like, it just fits, you know?
Right,
Definitely.
exactly.
Yeah, very cool. So, okay, so you say, you know, you mentioned that you're going to be coming out with some new material. What kind of time frame are you looking to actually have some stuff out?
We were wanting to come out with an EP, but, you know, we just wanted to go ahead and, you know, give the fans a little more before we officially released the EP. We wanted to give a little more, so we decided to kind of take our time and postpone the release on the EP a little bit and maybe just turn it into a full-length album. So it just depends on what we're doing as far as creativity-wise, on how fast we'll do that. I mean, because we're being very meticulous about what we put on right now. So it could be as long as 5 months from now or 3 months from now, I don't know.
Well, make sure as you work on this, anything that you guys get out there that you're ready to get on air, you know, please send it my way because I'll be more than happy to add it to the rotation at the station.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And yeah, we'll definitely keep you in mind and make sure that you do get a couple of copies. I want some of your fans that are listening to your station to get a couple free copies, you know what I mean? Just to say thank you and, you know, supporting Bionic Jive. And
heck yeah, man. Well,
that's it for us, you know?
Yeah, speaking of that, thank you for taking time to call in tonight because, you know, this is why I love getting to spin music and do what I do because I get to talk to killer guys like you. So it's awesome for me.
Hey, man, I appreciate having people like you supporting us, so believe that.
Not a problem, brother. So, what, I'm curious, back to, and I'm going to ask you about Armageddon through your speakers because it's like I said, it's my favorite stuff. Where did you guys record that album at? What studio did you guys use?
Oh, good question. It's been so long, but we actually recorded that in L.A. I cannot remember the name of the studio. It's been so long, but it was a great place. I can tell you that. Huge place, huge facility, top of the line. We had a great producer at the time, Howard Benson, who actually worked with POD on a couple of their albums as well.
Nice.
So, yeah, another great experience in that time too, man. But I'm sorry, I apologize, I can't remember.
No, it's okay. Do you guys have anybody in mind for the new stuff where you're going to do that at?
Right now, we're pretty much running self-sufficient. You know what I mean? So everything that we're doing is pretty much something that we're putting together ourselves. Our equipment is top of the line, so we got a great producer in the band as well, which would be Ray Sweet. So it's just like it's not going to even be any difference. It's just going to be great, hot quality material, you know, high quality listening, and you know, we're just going to do it ourselves. Like we decided to go independent quite some time ago, so we just feel more comfortable that way. So everything we're doing in-house.
Right. Well, you know, this isn't a question I get to ask very often, but this question will actually be great for you. I mean, think back to how you started, you know, with your record deal and getting that album recorded, and now fast forward to now and how the industry has changed so much. I mean, I guess explain to me what that is like for you.
Oh, much more control, definitely, and you know, I can make sound decisions a lot easier because of the resources that are now available that weren't available then. You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, and it's a lot of information that was just like, this is a big secret from the artist. You know, you don't know this is what's going on, and so now that the information's out there and all these resources are available, man, you can just tackle things a lot easier and be sure of what's going on and sure what move you want to make and capitalize a lot quicker and easier.
Everybody and their brother, you know, anybody that's in a band these days thinks that they can put it on an album, and I mean, and honestly, they can, because it doesn't take much. I mean, a little bit of recording software, and you're off to the races, you know.
Yeah, I would have to say the recording part's a lot easier than the business end. You know, if you really don't have an understanding, you know, it's going to be a rough climb up the hill. But if you kind of have an understanding of how it works and what's going on, you already know where to step and look for, you know, opportunities. If you can't find the opportunities, you kind of already know how to create the opportunities. So, I mean, the experience does help.
Right.
It's not, hey, I'm going to record this record in my bedroom and start.
Well, and unfortunately, a lot of bands think it's that easy. So.
No, you really. I would suggest to anyone out there that's doing music to really focus more on the business end. A lot more than they probably have considered, because that's where it all counts. Yes, you can have the greatest music in the world, but if you don't have the proper business, you're going to fail every time. It's just like that. I mean, think about how many times you've seen an act that sucks, totally sucks, and you're like, how in the heck did they get a record deal? 9 times out of 10, it was because that business was in such great order, and they were able to create the opportunities to make it happen. That's what I'm talking about. So really focus on the business and have an understanding of what you're supposed to be doing out there once that record is completed. Otherwise, you're just going to fail.
Yeah, somebody in Justin Bieber's camp had a good understanding of the business, right?
Right. Yeah. You know, guy in the Soldier Boy camps, on down the line. That's just what it is. Somebody's over there handling business real good.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
Yes, it does. Okay, so here's a personal question for you. If I grabbed your iPod or your MP3 player, however you like to listen to music, what kind of stuff would I find you listening to right now?
Oh man, you're gonna find me listening to a little bit of everything. You're gonna find some Seven Dust. You're gonna find some KRS-One. You're gonna find some Eminem. You're gonna find some Stone Temple Pilots. You're gonna find some anything. It's like any and everything I can listen to, man. This is all across the board. I listen to everything. Only thing I probably don't listen to is country music. I've tried. I just can't get a grip on it. It just doesn't move me.
I hear you, man. I really appreciate that, because I listen to everything. I mean, I listen to rock, to metal, to hip hop, rap, country. There's a lot of country stuff that I do dig. So but I get it.
Yeah.
Jazz ain't so much my style. I can do a little jazz, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. It depends. It depends. But yeah, pretty much in that element, that's where I'm at. If it's not heavy or if it ain't hip hop, I'm most likely not really looking for it.
Okay, man. So, what do you do to relax? Is there anything besides music that interests you to relax?
You know what? I haven't relaxed in so long. I'm so business oriented right now. You know what I mean? Maybe will get out and walk my dog. That's relaxing. That counts.
There you go, a little fresh air.
I
It might be fresh.
Or walking the dog, and then it's right back to sitting there doing paperwork or writing music.
Right.
So yeah, I'm quite busy all the time.
So what's the and this, you can use any experience for this answer, but what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you at a live show? And crazy doesn't have to be bad. It can be something really cool.
It's kind of recent too. I normally like to come on stage wearing my low sunglasses or whatever, and during a performance, I'm so into bobbing and I'm rocking and I'm all excited. Well, my glasses flew off of my face, but the weirdest thing is they flew into my other hand. Like I look like a goddamn comic book character or something. The way it happened, like Batman would do or something. They fly off my face and land in my hand, and smoothly put the glasses back on my face and keep rocking. That was the craziest thing that happened to me because I experienced it, but I don't know if anyone around me saw what happened. I was like, that was crazy. You know what I mean? My glasses flew off my face, landed in my hand, and I put them back on real smooth. That was an experience for me.
You meant for it to work that way.
Hey, it was out of control. I didn't mean for it. It just happened.
Okay, is there anything else that you want to make sure people know about Bionic Jive? Anything I haven't asked you want to make sure people know?
I just want people to know that Bionic Jive is still in full effect. You know what I mean? We're still moving, and we're working hard to make our way to all of your locations out there. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people just haven't seen us in a while or haven't had the chance to experience our stage show. So I just want them to know, let them know we're working hard to come their way.
So, in that regard, I mean, what are people, when you're out there live on stage, what are people going to get when they come to your show? I mean, why should they, pay their money to buy that ticket to come see you?
Non-stop energy. And it's one thing to hear Bionic Jive music, and I have to say that when you see us, that's when you really get it. You listen to it, you may like it, but once you see it, then it really sets in your mind what Bionic Jive is really all about. And I can tell you, you're going to be, it's not what you're going to expect.
So for people that might not be able to make it to a show, do you guys have stuff on YouTube or anything that people can watch?
There's some few live shows, but it still doesn't beat the experience of actually being there.
Right. Okay, so I would love to get a couple of radio takes from you if you don't mind before you go.
Okay.
So if you can just say your name and you're from Bionic Jive and you're listening to rockaddictradio.com.
Okay. What's up? This is Oppo Mac from Bionic Jive, and I'm listening to Rock Addict Radio right here, right now. Let's get it.
Very cool. And then the second one, if you can do the same thing, but throw in there that you're listening to DJ REM at Rock Addict Radio.
Okay. This is Oppo Mac, right here live. You're listening to DJ REM on Rock Addict Radio. It's Bionic Jive all day, baby.
Hell yeah, man. Perfect. And I just remembered what I was going to ask you. Where is a good place for people to go to find out more about you guys? What social networking and such do you guys use?
If they want to check us out or even get in touch with us, we're on Facebook all the time. We have an official website, which is BionicJiveEntertainment.com. That's pretty much where we're at right now. I mean, you can check our videos out on YouTube all day. We're very accessible right now. So pretty much the major platforms, we're there.
Okay, very cool. And I just want all listeners to know when we end the interview here, I'm going to play some tracks from Armageddon through your speakers. I'm also going to throw some tracks in from Passion Over Politics. We're going to give them a little bit of everything tonight.
Oh, yeah, lovely, baby, lovely.
So they're going to hear Bionic Jive for the next hour and a half straight.
Man, that's what it is.
Hell yeah. Okay, well, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to call in. I appreciate it very much, and I will keep following you, and I will be looking forward to new music coming from you guys.
Thanks, man. Thank you for the opportunity of being on your show, man.
Yeah, no problem. Please make sure you tell the other guys in the band that I said hello as well, please.
Will do.
So, okay, well, you take care, man.
All right, take it easy.
Yep. Peace.